Vamos a empezar con las crónicas de Innsmouth, un juego ambientado en la novela de Lovecraft, La sombra sobre Innsmouth, uno de mis relatos de Lovecraft favoritos, sin duda alguna. Vamos a darle toda la caña. Supongo que no irá directamente al grano con la novela, porque con el relato, mejor dicho, porque el relato en sí, la verdad es que es bastante cortito, ¿vale? El relato, a ver, no es uno de los más cortos de Lovecraft, no está mal, pero sí que es un relato cortito. Entonces, vamos allá. Supongo que habrá un poco más de chicha. Es una aventura gráfica al uso, como lo eran las aventuras gráficas de LucasArts. Así que no sé exactamente qué esperar. Ese es un juego que me ha regalado el Rolarca maravilloso, poderosísimo Chrome, y se lo agradezco mucho desde aquí. Vamos allá, a ver qué tal. Juego nuevo.
Torpedoes fired from submarines on Innsmouth, Massachusetts. The authorities are silent on the subject, but it seems that on the night of Tuesday, Innsmouth was attacked by government forces. The reasons for this assault are not clear. Rumors speak of a massive smuggling operation based in the almost unheard of fishing town, in direct violation of the Prohibition Act.
La intro está muy bien, muy chula. La música y cómo está narrada la historia.
It's better that the truth never sees the light of day. I had never heard of Innsmouth until the day before I saw it for the first time. I was celebrating my coming of age with a tour of New England, and had planned to go directly from antiquated Newburyport to Arkham, from whence the roots of my mother's bloodline emerged, when... I only have $20 left. I wonder if there's any cheap means to get from here to Arkham.
Muy bien, vale, pues tenemos supongo que con el botón derecho, como pasa en algunos varios juegos de LucasArts y tal, con el botón derecho das la orden secundaria, que sería, por ejemplo, en este caso, mirar. En este caso sería hablar. En este caso sería mirar. Hablar. Pero si das con el botón izquierdo vas a los sitios, ¿no? ¿Entiendo? Exactamente. Vale. Perfecto. Pues... Vale, vamos a preguntar información. Vale, tenemos que mirar cada cosa un par de veces. Por si se repite.
The signpost has directions pointing every which way.
Vale.
A garbage can.
Yes, ¿podemos abrirlo?
Never.
¿Cómo que nunca?
A garbage can. Never. An old copy of the Arkham Gazette newspaper.
Vale, ¿lo podemos coger?
No thanks, it's filthy.
¿Y podemos mirar?
An old copy of the Arkham Gazette newspaper.
¿Podemos tirarlo?
No thanks, it's filthy.
Vale, bueno, vamos a hablar con la gentuza.
Hello. Hey! Hey! Anyone in there? He's too busy staring at that train. Or maybe he's just awfully rude. One or the other.
No, ni puto caso. Con la barra espaciadora aparecen puntos de acción, ¿eh? A ver, opciones. Vale, continuar. Ah, mira, perfecto. ¿Has visto? ¿Qué es esto, por cierto? Vale, este no nos dice nada más, ¿no?
He's too busy staring at that train. Or maybe he's just awfully rude. One or the other. Hello.
Greetings.
Do you know of any cheap way to get to Arkham?
Ask at the ticket office. And now, if you'll excuse me...
¿Nada más? ¿No me dices nada más?
Hello.
Vale, por ejemplo, por cierto, aquí que
I
tenemos.
only have $20 left. I must budget wisely. I hope to find a direct and cheap route to Arkham.
Puedo usar...
A gift from my grandfather for my coming of age.
Vale.
At the price I paid, I'd better not scrawl on it.
Ya, la verdad es que sí, ¿verdad?
That wouldn't help.
Ok.
Excuse me?
What can I do for you?
I'm trying to get to Arkham.
You can take the 1605 steam locomotive for $5.
$5 es un poco caro, ¿no? Supongo que en aquel entonces lo era. La estafa, ¿no hay nada más barato?
Don't you have anything cheaper?
An old bus departs every morning from the square back there, but I wouldn't recommend it.
What's the problem with it?
It's a wreck. It should be on the scrap heap by now, as well as the fact that it goes through Innsmouth. And people don't like that.
Why?
There are some stories about Innsmouth, mostly whispered. Strange cults, deals with the devil. I don't believe them. But it is true that the people there have a peculiar look about them. When you meet Joe the bus driver, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You can just tell that they are not trustworthy.
La pinta
Where
de
exactly is
Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? That was the first I ever heard of shadowed Innsmouth.
It's located on the southeast coast.
Strange. It's not on the map. Any reference to a town not shown on common maps would have interested me. And the agent's odd manner of illusion roused something like real curiosity.
It's a place I wouldn't suggest to my worst enemy.
A town able to inspire such dislike in its neighbors, I thought, must be at least rather unusual and worthy of a tourist's attention. If it came before Arkham, I would stop off there.
If you are that interested, you should be more or less here.
Thank you. Any advice on where to spend the night?
Several hotels are on offer, but all are expensive. I've heard tell of a YMCA hostel, but I don't know exactly where it is. Maybe you could ask around.
I guess I'll ask around then. Bye for now.
Vale. Te ha dicho que preguntemos por ahí, ¿verdad?
Do you have any idea how I can get to the YMCA?
No, my apologies.
Vale.
He's too busy staring at that train. Or maybe he's just awfully rude. One or the other.
¡Qué desgraciado este! ¡El maletines! Maldito sea.
How long has this hydrant been leaking for?
Don't step in it! I washed my face in there!
¿En serio?
I don't know where to go.
¿Hidrante se llama?
The hydrant is leaking. I can't.
A ver, abrir,
With my
hidrante.
bare hands?
Es verdad, haría falta un...
I think it's the livelihood of that homeless guy.
Hey, leave my dinner alone!
Bleh.
Hijo puta, ¿eh?
Hello.
Look behind you! A 3-locomotive train!
Where?
Pero bueno. Sucia rata.
I think you're drunk, buddy. Or were you quoting something?
Es verdad. Un tren con tres locomotoras.
Hello.
What do you want? Get lost!
Devuélveme mi pluma o te rajo. O te rajo. Ah, mira. Me gusta la música, ¿eh?
Hello.
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 Did the train leave?
Yes.
Ahora
the
me
next one
hablas,
arrives in 46 minutes.
Vale.
Is there anything interesting here in Newburyport?
The train station and the trains.
And if someone wished to go somewhere other than the station?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
A ver, ¿sabes algo sobre Innsmouth?
Do you know anything about Innsmouth?
No train goes there.
Ah, I see.
They never finished the railway. I think I might have read something about it at the library.
Vale.
You know all the train times by heart?
The 2006 direct via Dunwich, 747 for Kingsport, 809 direct for...
Okay, enough already. Tell me about the library.
It's 2 blocks from here, on State Street. Their collection is a tad lacking, but the librarian is very nice.
Vale, pues nada, nos vemos.
See ya.
See you around.
Perfecto, vámonos. Hay que preguntar... si nos dejan pasar es que había que preguntar direcciones. ¿Qué cosas? Hace algunos años...
Hello? Hello. Am I speaking with one Lone Carter?
That depends. Where did you get my number from?
A mutual friend informed me of you and of your particular skill set. My name is Dr. Armitage.
Dr. Armitage.
I'm calling you concerning a
Qué
matter of
grande.
some urgency.
Go on.
Meet me at Miskatonic University at your soonest convenience. I will fill in the details then.
Right off the bat. And to be frank, let me just mention that I'm not bought cheaply.
You may rest assured, money is not an issue.
Just so I know, though, who gave you my name?
Professor Wilmarth.
I see.
¿Ha dicho que cuántos años ha dicho? ¿10? ¿20 años? Ah. Pa, 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 pa. Vale. Uy, este caballero. Vale.
And so we have a deal. You must convince her to sell them.
How many times must I repeat myself? Leave her alone.
Must I remind you that my boss doesn't take no
¿Cómo se
for an
escucha,
answer?
Como líquida la voz.
But I...
All right. Think it over. You have 3 days. Once you've made up your mind, call this number.
But... Really, I don't...
Shift it, moron.
Pero...
How rude.
How rude.
Flowers in a jar. How original. Innsmouth is not marked.
Obvio.
A medieval tapestry. It must be very old. A decorated mirror. Avant-garde.
Avant-garde.
A catalog of all the books from A to Z. Catalogs make me nervous. I'd much rather just browse the shelves. A historical society leaflet. A historical society leaflet. It's in High Street. It seems there's an interesting exhibition. Come and see artifacts from spectral Innsmouth. There's nothing on the
Ah.
back.
Acabamos de conseguir una nueva dirección, entonces. Vale.
It's the librarian.
Hola.
Hello.
Hello. How can I help you?
¿Quién era ese tipo?
Who is that guy?
I don't want to talk about it.
Can you help me with something?
Concerning?
Innsmouth.
So, you are the good cop, eh?
Huh?
I will never change my mind.
What the hell are you talking?
Tell Marsh that I will never give in to
Mars,
his
qué bueno.
demands.
Qué bueno. Espera, ¿es por el tipo raro que acaba de irse?
What do you mean? Wait, is this about that weird guy that just left?
So, you're not a stooge in the service of Mr. Marsh? I apologize then. My mistake. Ask away.
A ver, ¿quién es ese Mars del que estaba hablando?
Who is this Marsh character you were talking about?
He is a ruthless man dwelling in that godforsaken place.
Innsmouth?
Aye, the mere mention of that name rings of blasphemy.
Uh.
Do you have anything on Innsmouth here?
I would not know. It is not a topic many ask about. Try the shelf at the back of the room. Essex section.
Essex.
I just got the
Sección
weirdest
Essex.
deja vu back from when I worked at Miskatonic 10 years ago.
10 años. Este es Lovecraft, ¿no? El del cuadro.
The door's open.
Where might I find Dr. Armitage?
Ah, you must be Lone Carter. Doctor! Mr. Carter is here!
Shh! This is a library, for God's sake. Please excuse my colleague. Greetings, Mr. Carter. I have been expecting you. I hope that you had a pleasant journey here.
Let's just skip the small talk, Doctor.
Very well. Wilmarth told me that you have not been discouraged by cases that seem to have no rational explanations. Have you ever heard of Innsmouth?
Never.
It's a small harbor town, a brief travel from here. It is known to few. My brother John, a professor of theology, was in contact with the local pastor there. After much correspondence with said pastor, he decided to go investigate the church there. That was 3 weeks ago. I have not heard from him since.
I don't get it. This is a job for a rookie. Why didn't you just go to the police?
Lone,
Qué clásico de las novelas,
witnessed happenings beyond the realm of explanation. Sources in Innsmouth have reported things way beyond conventional comprehension.
I see. Why didn't you just tell your brother not to go there then?
He left only a brief note telling me of his mission, and by then it was too late.
Dear brother, I'm off on a short jaunt over to Innsmouth. A friend may be in peril, and in need of my help. If you do not hear back from me within the space of 2 weeks, please send help. Okay, a letter full of ramblings to his little brother. You have anything solid? Where was he staying?
He mainly lodged here at the university. Let me show you to his room. I'll be leaving you to get on with your work. I have something else demanding my attention.
I'll get straight to work.
Vale. Vamos a ver qué tenemos por aquí. Y la vela.
A candle, most likely used for reading in bed. There's something sticking out from under it. A letter.
Vamos a bajar un poquito la música, ¿verdad?
A simple table with 2 drawers.
Ah, crea como un fade out cuando hablan los personajes. No está mal, pues entonces lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Vale. Vale, ir a cajón.
A closed drawer.
Vale, pues ábrelo, amigo mío.
I found another letter.
Vale, pero esto... A ver.
Judging from the dates, I don't have the complete set of letters yet. Better keep looking.
Vale.
It won't open.
Vale. Perdón.
Looks like he left a lot of stuff behind in his hurry to leave.
Vale.
It's already open. The bed looks like it was made up in a hurry.
Ajá.
It won't open. Better not.
Se puede...
I don't need it. I can't. Better not. That's not a good idea. The bed looks like it was made up in a hurry.
Ah, tirar de colcha, ok.
The pillow is as Spartan as the rest of the bed.
Ajá.
There's another letter. A nice big desk. There don't seem to be any writing materials on it. It's a Bible. It looks like a rather old edition. There's something sticking out from under it. Another letter. This must be the latest. It's dated 3 weeks ago, just around when the professor hastily departed.
Ok, a ver.
I'll just sneak a peek at his private letters. 1st September, 1919. Dear friend, how are you? I have just arrived in Innsmouth. I was quite unpleasantly surprised to find that the church here is not of the Christian faith, but rather dedicated to a cult named the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Qué maravilla.
Have you ever heard of this order? Yours affectionately, Elliot.
Seguimos.
23rd October, 1919. Dear friend, I came here to Innsmouth of my own free will, but already I am beginning to regret it. During this pilgrimage, I have met only one good Christian in this place. He asked me to restore his faith in the godliness of his town. But he never showed up for that mass, and I have not seen him since. Most people here seem suspicious of my teachings, and our one true Lord seems to have only a smattering of followers. We will try to meet for Holy Mass in secret. Your friend, Elliot.
Bueno, se tienen que esconder. Escóndanse, sucias ratas.
26th December, 1919. Dear friend, I have discovered my true purpose here. To guide the sheep onto the path of righteousness. The horrors of the war have made the people here lose faith in God, and have led them to seek comfort in the false faith of this cult. Although, I have discovered that this conversion took some time. They had few followers at first. I suspect that influential local figures managed to slowly lure folk in. This is probably why the remaining Christian people here wish to receive their Mass in secret, to avoid the feeling of alienation that I, myself, am suffering from. But I feel they are not in any real danger. I have never seen any violence here. Yours, Elliot.
Está muy bien el trabajo de doblaje, ¿verdad? Las voces, la actuación de voces está muy bien.
13th February, 1920. My dearest friend, the war had nothing to do with anything. They are right. God has abandoned these lands. 2 of my flock have disappeared without a trace, as the first case of that which I was warned of. I had thought that they came with impotent threats, only to run away with their tails between their legs. But now we must go and confront these people face to face. I think that this may be a dangerous move, but I feel that we have God on our side. Something smells fishy about all this. Better report back to Armitage.
Irónico. Ah, algo huele fishy. Muy bien.
That guy's totally blocking it.
Vale.
He's an employee of the library. What a ghastly face!
Hola.
Hello.
Please, I'm busy. Be brief.
Right then.
A ver, tengo que consultar los libros de esta estantería.
I need to look at the books on that shelf.
I'll just bet you do.
Hombre, pues sí, claro que sí.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for a book, but I can't find it.
¿Qué libro?
What book are you looking for?
Ancient Artifacts of Essex. Don't tell the boss I lost library property. He'll cut my pay.
Vale. Si esto fuese una aventura de LucasArts, sabréis, o sea, ya sabéis lo que habría que hacer, ¿verdad?
I will come back later.
Vamos a ver si podemos putearme. Qué bueno.
I would like to borrow Ancient Artifacts of Essex. I can't find it.
Son of a...
Ask Melvin.
He didn't seem able to help me.
Melvin! Where's the book this guy is looking for?
It must be here. Somewhere. I can't find it.
He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Let me check the
Qué
logbook.
cabrón, ¿no?
Here it is. Melvin! Have you noticed that the book is out on loan?
Parece que se haga un circo. Melvin, ¿no?
It can't be. Let me see that.
It's always the same old story. You're always distracted. You have no commitment. You're rude. You treat the customers like garbage.
Porque ahora puedo mirar, ¿no?
Never on your game. Uncultured scum. Your
ver.
feet stink. You are ugly.
Let's take a look. There's not much about Innsmouth. That book on the third row from the bottom may be the same one that Train Geek was talking about.
You are useless. You skim the profits. You can't
A
catalog.
ver.
On the spine it says Transport in Essex.
A dog would do a better job. You're
Vale, coger.
always distracted. You have no commitment. You're
Vale,
rude.
mirar.
You treat the customers like garbage.
It's a railway history of Essex. Let's see now. Here it is. It seems that some years ago they started to build a railway to Innsmouth, but they were interrupted by strange circumstances, though it was a bustling commercial port. Maybe that book about commerce in the row below can add some insight.
Oh, perfecto. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a
Do
ver.
what I tell you. Never on your game. Uncultured scum. Your feet stink. You are ugly.
Let's see now. Here it is, Commercial Port of Innsmouth. There are pages and pages about the strange and sudden abundance of fish.
Qué bueno.
It must have been an important and thriving port at that time. I wonder what happened to it so as to not even be marked on a map these days. Hey, wait a second. It mentions here a gold refinery and the commerce of ancient jewels, as
Qué
detailed
bueno.
in Ancient Artifacts of Essex. Damn it!
No.
You are
Pero ese es el libro que no está.
You can't catalog. A dog would do a better job. You're always distracted. You have no commitment.
I don't want to interrupt. It's just way too funny.
You're rude. You treat the customers like
Aquí
garbage.
está quien tiene
You
el
never
libro que
do what I
necesitamos.
tell you. Never on your game. Uncultured scum.
I don't want to interrupt.
Your feet stink. You are ugly.
It seems that the book was borrowed by a certain Andrew Hoplow.
Get your nose out of there. That's none of your concern.
Be that as it may, I could not help but notice Melvin's signature at the bottom.
Qué
Son
cabrón.
of a...
Is this any way to treat a client? And he's right. There's your signature underneath.
I'm sorry, boss. I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Melvin, because of your incompetence and your rudeness, you're fired. Get out!
But, boss,
Out!
Qué
But
cabrón.
I just want to...
Out!
No me lo puedo creer. No me puedo creer que hayamos provocado el despido de una persona.
I really need Ancient Artifacts of Essex.
It seems that Andrew Hoplow borrowed it, and as I have come to expect, he is always late returning books.
Ok.
Tell me about Hoplow.
You can usually find him strolling around aimlessly reading books with a suicidal face.
Antes nos hemos cruzado con aquí fuera de la biblioteca con un tipo. Pues sería él.
Stressful day?
Yes, first the Marsh's stooge, then Melvin. I can't wait for this day to finally be over.
Pues vámonos.
Never mind.
Vámonos.
Where do you think you are going with those books? Put
Uy.
them back where they belong immediately.
Bueno. A ver, usar comercio de Essex. Con esta
Somewhere about here?
¿Pero cómo mueve los ojos? No, míralo.
Somewhere about
ojos.
here?
¿Cómo mueve los ojos coincido? Que no me vea nadie. Me había olvidado de los libros completamente. Vale. Sociedad histórica. Y, esto es un bar, vale.
I'm sorry. We're closing.
Can you
get
No, hombre, no.
out?
I just want to.
Out.
No, hombre, no. Mujer. Pero bueno.
A historical society leaflet. There's nothing on the back.
¿Pero por qué? ¿Por qué no nos deja?
Broom rum. The drive home from the bar has never been safer.
Fantástico, ¿no?
Intimidating.
Psst. You seen any hot chicks around?
Menudo elemento, ¿no?
He gesticulates at the speed of light.
Es como Stan.
Hello.
Hi. Psst. Save me from this guy, please.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I need to be a part of this.
Coward.
Hello.
Hello to you. If you could excuse me, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
Menudo tiparracus. Menudo tiparracus. Mi vino.
Looks expensive.
¿Lo podemos llevar?
Get your hand off of that. Did you forget the 7th commandment?
¿No robarás?
Thou shalt not steal.
A nun? What's she doing at a bar? Hello.
Greetings, my son.
¿No es un poco temprano para
Isn't
beber?
it a little early to be drinking?
Give it just a little more time then.
Isn't it a little early to be drinking?
Give it just a little more time then.
Sobre el alcoholismo.
Isn't it a little early to be drinking?
Give it just a little more time then.
Vale.
Have you ever been to Innsmouth?
Shh, that place is cursed.
So I've been told.
Best not to speak of it.
About Innsmouth.
Shh, they have ears everywhere.
Sobre Innsmouth.
About Innsmouth.
Shh, they have ears everywhere.
Drinking that much isn't good for you.
I'm only on my 2nd drink. This is non-alcoholic wine for your information.
Okay.
About Innsmouth.
Shh, shut up! They can hear us. I know them well.
I didn't know that nuns were allowed to get drunk.
Lord bless us.
Come on, let's talk about Innsmouth.
Shh, I've been there once. It seemed deserted, but at the same time, I felt eyes upon me at every step.
Puto mal rollo,
The church. Their church. The symbols. They weren't Christian.
What did they look like?
I don't remember. Don't remember. They seemed like...
Oh. Ha caído Roque, ¿no?
The excitement was too much for her. Or perhaps the alcohol.
Para
She
mí...
said it was non-alcoholic. How come she's drunk then? The power of suggestion?
No es posible, ¿verdad? ¿Aquí hay alguna copa que mirar o algo así?
That wouldn't help. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Algo habrá que hacer con
It's
esto
one of
luego,
those
¿no?
electrically lighted signs that are all the rage at the moment. A table needing clearing. That would be a bit of an extravagant takeout.
A ver, ¿podemos llenar esto de vino?
I won't be putting anything in there. It's filthy.
Ah.
That would be a bit of an extravagant takeout. I don't want to annoy the bartender. An empty bottle. On the label it says, Vroom! I stopped collecting glass bottles after the incident.
Incidente, ¿podemos usar esto en la botella vacía?
That wouldn't help.
Vale.
I can't read the labels from here. Sure is ugly.
Pobrecito, cabrón.
Hello. How can I help you?
Do you have any rum?
Such a shame. A bunch of automobile drivers already drank it all and then burned rubber out of here.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Innsmouth?
No. One of the customers outside mentioned something about it, though.
That wouldn't help.
Ok, pues vámonos.
You seen any hot chicks around?
¿Qué dices tú, desgraciado? ¿Qué dices de hot
Documents
chicks?
and money in their place. Great.
Vale. ¿Y el hotel dónde está?
Hello.
Hello.
Is there anything interesting here in Newburyport?
The train station and the trains.
And if someone wished to go somewhere other than the station?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Ah, ¿también coleccionas trenes en miniatura?
I suppose you're also a model train set enthusiast?
Sure.
Really? Me too.
Really?
Awesome!
Awesome.
Toma,
Currently, I am
vamos.
touring this region by train. A few days ago, I attended an exhibition of old train models at the Boston Historical Society. It was absolutely incredible. Here in Newburyport, though, nothing but boring junk.
That's a shame.
But the owner of the YMCA has an incredibly rare Hornby train model just sitting right out there on a table. I know, right?
Interesting.
Vale, háblame del YMCA.
Tell me about the YMCA.
I think I already mentioned the train model. You must go there. And anyways, it's a nice cheap place to spend the night.
Could you tell me where it is?
I don't know the name of the road exactly, but I can give you a general guide.
Please do.
From the station's entrance, proceed along State Street until you hit High Street. Turn left there and follow the road to the end. It's somewhere around there.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Vale.
See ya.
See you around.
¿Habrá aparecido ya? No. Pero decía algo de High Street. Adam Street hasta High Street, ¿verdad? Ah. Mira. Andrew Hoplow. Hostia, que marchita me llevan, ¿no?
Hey, these guys ain't half bad. Guys? Guys? Guys! You guys rock! What a cute little dog. Here, cutie.
Okay.
He looks like a really lonely guy. I need that book you're reading.
But I have nothing else to read.
¿Te interesa el comercio?
Are you interested in commerce?
Not in the slightest. Enough chit-chat. Leave me be.
I need that book.
But I have nothing else to read.
¿Te interesan los
Are
trenes?
you interested in trains?
Well, perhaps. I could be. Even if I don't feel the need for speed.
Vale, vamos a ver si podemos sacar el libro de la biblioteca. Vamos a ver si podemos sacar el libro de la biblioteca y dárselo. Cambiárselo, vamos. Vale, a ver si sigue estando aquí. Mirar. O coger, mejor dicho. Usar libro con bibliotecario.
That wouldn't help.
Dar libro a bibliotecario.
I don't want to.
Where do you think you're going with that library property? Put it back where it belongs immediately.
Que necesito el libro.
What was that guy's name again? Jerry Poplove?
Wait, I have to check the logbook.
Ah, perfecto. Sinvergüenza que eres. Clásico, Clasicazo.
Thanks. Return this book I was reading to the library for me, would you?
Sure.
Claro. No te preocupes. Pero antes vamos a leerlo nosotros. A ver.
Let's see now. It seems that someone from Innsmouth sold off some of its ancient artifacts and valuables years ago. Some of them are preserved at the Newburyport Historical Society. But that's where the crazy old lady kicked me out from. I must find a way to get in. Maybe I can ask around for help.
Vale.
I imagine you're back to return what you accidentally borrowed.
Efectivamente. Quiero visitar la ciudad histórica, pero una loca.
I want to visit the Historical Society, but a crazy old lady kicked me out. Can you help me?
How dare you? I dearly love Madame Tilton. I cannot allow you to speak of her like that.
Okay.
Sorry, sometimes I get a bit impulsive.
Okay, lad. I'll let it slide this one time. But never speak of her like that again!
Of course. So you know her? Can you persuade her to let me in?
Strange. That's the second time today that someone inquired about the madame. You're in league with that thug.
Nonsense. I'd never even heard of Innsmouth before today, but I cannot deny that the mere mention of the name draws me to it strangely.
Boy, listen to someone much older and wiser than you. Nothing good has ever come from that bloody place. However, a taste of historical culture never hurt anyone. Here, take this letter of introduction to the lady on my behalf.
Ah, perfecto. Perfecto, mira.
A letter of introduction, signed by the librarian.
Vale, dejamos el libro y lo dejamos por hoy. ¿Qué os está pareciendo el juego? Decidme en los comentarios qué tal.
Somewhere about here.
Vale, vamos a salvar. Guardar. Ololo. Y nada, que me diréis que os está pareciendo el juego y que me diréis si os está gustando. Es una maravilla, lo recomiendo. De nuevo, muchísimas gracias, Rolarca, poderosísimo Chrome, de mi corazón, por el regalo. Y sin más dilación, me pierdo con el vampiro, me voy con el convoy. Muchas gracias por haber venido conmigo un día más y que la fuerza os acompañe.